Hi there, Stampers. This is Lisa with Queen Bee Creations. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I go live right here on YouTube and Facebook every Monday and Thursday with a free paper crafting tutorial kind of class. And today we are doing a fun fold card. I'm doing my fun folds, more advanced techniques on Mondays. And on Thursdays, I've started a new beginner series for 2025 that hopefully everybody can enjoy, but we'll fill in the little blanks for those people who are new to card making. And today we're doing a gatefold card, which we've done several of, but this one's got an extra little surprise in the middle, and that pops out. So how fun is that? And I'm using some paper that is an online exclusive item, the Otterly Adorable DSP. And it is something that I did not buy the stamp set to, but I wanted to show you how, even though I didn't get the stamp set, I can use this adorable paper in some other ways. So let me put you down onto the desk and we will get started. Let's see. There we go. So here is the desk. Looks like my paper's a little bit torn. Sorry about that. And here is our card up close. It's got a belly band, and I've used punches. You could use dies if you wish, but any kind of focal point would work on that. And then in the middle, I have used more circles and a sentiment that I put in the middle, leaving the sides open for you to write your message. So I'm going to need a stamp set for that. Let me grab. That's the one I used. I used the Happy Birthday out of the Unbounded Love. I love sentiment sets that just have a lot of different sentiments in it because you can do so much with them. They're kind of like basic shapes. You can use them with absolutely everything. So we're starting out with kind of a standard card base in that this is the 5.5 or 8.5 by 5.5. And then I scored it in 2/8 of an inch from either side. And then I scored it at 4 and then 4.5. And so basically I took a 1/2 inch out of the middle, and then I did these the way we would normally do a gatefold card, and that it's just going to meet up in the middle. Okay. So basically standard card base, 2 1/8 inch in from either side, and then scored at 4 and 4.5. I'm going to burnish the edges with a bone folder so that the card lays flat. And then I've got some designer series paper, and I just went ahead and cut out of the strip continuously. I cut my 12 by 12 down into a 5 1/4 inch strip, and then let's see, it would have been this way. Yes, this way. Gosh, there it is, over here. I cut it consistently all the way across so that the pattern would match up. Oops, sorry, there go the dogs. Now, if you don't have a pattern, this totally doesn't matter. But if you wanted the pattern to be continuous on the front of your card, you would just start out overall with your, 12 inch by 5 1/4. Guess it doesn't actually have to be the whole 12. Let's see what it adds up to. Roughly about 8 inches. It's a little less, but you get the meaning. Then I'm going to take these 3 and I'm going to flip them over because I wanted to do a different pattern on the inside. And that's one of the things I love about our designer series paper is that it coordinates one side to the other. make this stop. Okay, so these will go on the front, and then these are going to go on the inside. Again, these are 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. All 4 of them are. And then this piece here is 3/8 of an inch. I made it with an 1/8 of an inch border just because that's only a 1/2 of an inch, and a 1/4 of an inch strip is probably going to be way too narrow. And then I have these 2 little pieces that are going to fit on either side of our center column, and these are 1 5/8, I believe. Yes, 1 5/8 by 5 1/4. Then you need some scrap for your focal point inside and out. Now you could choose to stamp your outside sentiment or your design, but I decided to punch mine out of the designer series paper. So I'm going to go ahead and punch 2 of my larger circles. So I'm using the 2 3/8 inch. Come on. Out. There we go. 1 for inside, 1 for outside. And then I believe I used the 2 inch here and the 2 1/4 here. I wanted to use the 2 1/4 because I wanted to use more of the designer series paper, but I believe the 2 1/4 has been retired. So if you have it, great. If you don't, then we do still sell the 2 inch. So you would just use the 2 3/8 and the 2 inch to do your layering, or you could use dies. I just happened to be in a punching mood the other day when I was making all of my samples, because I was working on some beginner cards as well, and then just thought, let's just go ahead and continue using them. So there is my inside. And then this will be the outside. And as I said, I'm using my paper. And then I just kind of looked around for, where I could find a little seam that I could either fussy cut or cut out on my brother's scan and cut. I just realized I hadn't muted that. I hope I wasn't echoing. But I went with this one because it was a cute scene and it's close to the bottom, so I'm not really wasting much of the paper. Now, as I said, this is the Otterly Adorable Designer Series paper. And it has kind of these otters all over it. So if you're not checking out those online exclusives, then you are missing out, because there are quite a few really cute things in our online exclusives. Love that water. Let's get one more. So this is similar to this other one, just without the water in the background. These guys are playing on land. So super cute. So you should all know by now that the January to April mini catalog is now live. And if you're only looking at that mini catalog, again, you're really missing out. Hopefully you're getting my newsletter. In my newsletter, I announced that not only that, but Celebration kicked off. So there's that brochure. But then there is a January scrapbooking brochure and some new January exclusives and 2 new kits. So there is lots out there to be had. I went ahead and made a PDF of all those online exclusive items. So if you are the type that needs to see that in print, you can print that out from my newsletter. Same with the scrapbooking brochure. I usually do the little gallery that I can make, like I do at the bottom of my blog posts about all of the supplies that were used. I can do that with the new product, but last time I did that, my newsletter truncated it, and I guess didn't show it to you all. So I apologize. I didn't know it was going to do that. My last newsletter service let it all go through. So why this one would cut it off short, I don't know. You know, the fun of technology and all. But the PDFs do go through. So all you have to do is print those or pull them up to just view, and you will have full access to all of that in a print format. We talked about how you can get free items out of that celebration brochure by placing an order. If you place a $60 order, you get one of the level 1 items. And if you place a $120 order, you get a level 2 item. They did up that by a small amount this year. They used to be 50 and 100, but to be fair, they have not upped those numbers in years. Like, I've been doing this years and they've never updated, like double-digit years. And so with the economy doing everything that it's doing, it was only stood to reason that Stampin' Up! Was going to catch up eventually. But if you wanted to save some money, I highly recommend that you join my creative royalty team. During celebration, you can get up to $216 worth of product for just $99. You would get the normal $125 worth of product plus the business supplies and all that kind of stuff for $99. But during celebration, they will add to that a stamp set and 2 sets of the color markers, your choice of which 2 that you want. Or you can choose to add $30 to your kit and just get $155 of product of your choice. And then after that, you get a minimum of a 20% discount. So even if you wanted to just buy whatever is on your wish list, get it at a 25% off discount, and then move on, you can do that. And you probably won't want to. You probably want to hang out for all the fun stuff, but that is an option. So I'm just looking to see if I have a strip, which of course I do. These are the little Pendaflex pockets that I keep all my scraps in. Those are in my Amazon store if you were looking for any of those, or the mini magnets, or any of the non-Stampin' Up! Stuff that I use. You can find that on my website. Okay, so I just cut this down to a 3/4 of an inch band. And then what I do is I normally kind of just set it on there and crease one side and then crease the other side. And then I take it off. And that's just because I wanted it to fit snugly, but not too loose. And no matter what I do, I mean, supposedly that's 4 1/4 across, and we should be able to do just an 1/8 of an inch bigger, and it will slip in and out nice and easy. So you can try that. But I just found this easier, especially since I want it to meet up in the middle here. And then I'm just snipping it down a little. So like I said, it meets up in the middle, but I wanted it to be under the circle. So I just needed to make sure that my ends fell under that. I'm going to put a little more adhesive than normal because it's going to get a lot of action as it slides up and down on my card. Oh, very cool. Looks like we have someone speaking French in the comments. How fun is that? I see people saying it's cold and snowy. I agree. It is freezing here. Apparently Sunday we're supposed to have a high of 17. So just checking for any questions. This is a fairly easy card, so I've kind of been talking over most of it. Hopefully I haven't lost anybody because, like I said, to me it seems fairly simple. But if you need me to slow down and explain anything, I am more than happy to do that. Just feel free to ask questions in the comments. But there we go. There is our Gatefold pop-out card. Does anyone have any questions? Okay, like I said, just running through the comments. Oh, and I need to pick a winner from last time. By liking and sharing the video, then you get entered into a drawing to possibly win the card that I'm making today. So just like the video, share it out to somewhere else, and then let me know in the comments that you've done that. And then I just kind of randomly pick someone out of the comments to receive the prize for that video, which would be that card. So let's see. Let me pull up the comments, throw a dart at things. I promise I try to be very, very random. I used to have a wheel I could spin that would do that for me. And with the new software, I don't have that. So I'm just randomly checking comments, kind of looking for someone who hasn't won in a while. So how about Louise Haydu? So Louise Haydu will be our winner for the card I did last Thursday. Which would have been the 9th. Right. So there is our winner. Oh. So there we go. There is our winner. I hope you loved today's card. I apologize it was so quick. I really thought with it being a fun fold, it would take us longer than it did. But there is our Gatefold with the pop out, which is not focusing. And I will be back on Thursday with kind of a beginner. We're going to do a stack, cut, and shuffle, which you may have done before. And it's just a fun technique to use up some designer series paper, because we all know we have a lot of that hanging around. And I will see you then. Thank you so much. Bye.